Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, The Magical Maven. My name is Heather, and today is a pick a card reading for what do you need to know at this time, what do you need to focus on, what do you need to heal. So whether if you're watching at this current time, which is today's March 29th, but I'll probably, by the time I post this might be in April of 2020. However, it's a timeless reading, so whether you're watching it when I post it or later down the road, these are your messages. So for Pile 1, if you chose the blue Apatite, or Pile 1, this is your message. And also, if you do like this reading, it resonates, feel free to like, share, comment, subscribe to my channel. Okay, so your messages from your angel cards. We have Akasha, you are a spiritual teacher. You have the ability to counsel others and help them awaken their spiritual gifts and divine life mission. We also have Archangel Gabriel. You have an important life purpose involving communication and the arts. Please don't allow insecurities to hold you back. I will help you. Okay. So I'm going to say them first and then we'll get into the messages. From The Universe Has Your Back, we have my capacity to tune into the energy of love gives me the words I need when I'm ready to speak up, the compassion I need when it's time to forgive, and the power I need when I am lost. And I am hearing a message of it's better to give than receive. So however that resonates for you. From the Angel Therapy, we have 3 cards. We have Emotional Sensitivity. Honor and respect your deep sensitivity as a gift to us all. We also have If you get nervous, focus on service. Put your entire intention on answering the question, how can I make the world a better place? And the law of attraction will automatically take care of your needs. And we have the heart chakra. The answer that you seek is in your heart right now. Be open to giving and receiving love. From the Heal Yourself or reading cards, we have what do you need to work on healing wise. We have patience and temptation. Here, actually, I'm gonna put these here. From guidance from the Oracle of the Unicorns, we have delight, count your blessings and enjoy life. Take pleasure in simple things. Always expect the best. From the magical spell cards to get a possible theme of something you need to focus on. We had knowledge come out first. Let me connect above and below. Let the knowledge of ancestors flow. As well as safe travel. Keep me safe and let me roam far away, but bring me home. And your blessing from the Blessed Bee Oracle deck to see what blessing is coming in for you after this time. We have a blessing of fire. Okay. So getting into things, I think for most of you who chose Pile 1 are light workers, and most likely you're a clairsentient, which is clear sensing, and for some of you empaths, especially with this emotional sensitivity. You could be feeling a lot of people's energies right now, and that's maybe why maybe you're feeling like you need a break from others. So you might just need to clear your energy and protect your energy as well to make sure, because you're going to be more maybe prone to absorbing things in our current state right now. But know that if you do protect your energy and clear your energy, you could get a much better handle. And like it says here, if you focus on service, you won't feel so anxious. And so some of you maybe aren't really allowing your heart to be completely wide open right now. You're protecting it. But the thing is, when you open it and you kind of give and you do work from a place of service, you're tapping into, like these cards right here, what it talks about, your being a spiritual teacher, having a purpose in the arts, communications. So there's things that you need to convey. There's things that you need to do at this time for others, but also it is for yourself because it's ultimately part of your life path and purpose. And that's not to say you can't find your own joys in life. So if you're having a hard time seeing or focusing on the good sometimes. With this delight card, I'm getting like with these simple pleasures, you know, finding time out to even find little things that you find joyful, being like counting what you're grateful for. And I am hearing like getting out in the sun. So for those of you who haven't been outdoors, for those of you who are in climates where there isn't sun right now, that might be something that you feel is weighing you down. Okay, I'm also getting a possible, like if you feel sad or if you're feeling like some dark night of the soul energy is coming up, I'm getting with this blessing of fire, like the light coming. So for those of you, some of you could be feeling like you're in a dark time. However, I think a lot of you are probably, for the most part, past it. It's just maybe like you're feeling a little stuck. I'm also getting rigid even. With this blessing of fire, fire is like motivation, is passion. You know, it's like, I'm getting like during this time, certain things will fuel your fire once you get the wheels spinning. So some of you may be feeling impatient right now. Some of you might have fire in your chart, or you might be a fire sign. So you're having this impatience, and maybe that's part of that anxiety too. And you might be tempted to do things that maybe you wouldn't normally do, or I'm hearing about taking a step back. With this knowledge and safe travel, some of you might be wanting to travel, and you might have planned on a trip or were wanting to take a trip, or maybe some of you are wanting to move. So during this time, if it's not the right time right now, it could just be that you're right now with the knowledge researching further or looking into it further. And that knowledge doesn't have to just be external, it could be internal. Like you preparing for when you are ready to make your move. You know, again, whether that's traveling, that's moving. I'm hearing, using this time to get clear and about like things happening all at once and being heavy burdened. Okay, I'm gonna pull a card from the Chakra Wisdom Tarot. Okay, yeah, Judgment. I definitely feel like this temptation and judgment are going hand in hand. So some of you, I'm hearing some of you are needing to walk away from something. I'm hearing something about like a place that you have no business in. So yeah, for some of you, it's about getting out of a situation. For some of you, it's making sure you don't plant your foot going down a path you shouldn't be going down. And I also would like to point out, see how there's all this purple here, which is, the purple is the crown chakra, which is like our spirituality or consciousness. So I think most of you are awakened to that, but yeah, I'm getting some of you aren't able to focus, some of you are hyper focused. One more card. Okay, clarification please on any last messages. Yeah, for what I was saying about being stuck, you had the Death card on top of the Hanged Woman. And again, if you look with these chakra cards, tarot cards, are also represent the chakras. So, you know, here we have, again, the crown chakra, and then we have the third eye chakra, which is our psychic sight. So the Death card follows right after the Hanged Woman, because the Hanged Man or Hanged Woman card is 12 and Death's 13. So I feel like there was this energy of being stuck, but now you're more in the death and rebirth transformation. So I feel like with the fire, it's like a phoenix rising out of the ashes, but you're not quite there yet. So this time, even if it seems like bleak or dark or seems stagnant, like you will get your drive back, like you will move forward, but it's just right now is not the time. So anytime, again, like if you're feeling anxious, if you're feeling unsure, going back to the service, what you're here to do, as well as, you know, taking pleasure in life and the simple things and joy, and just making sure you're not getting tempted to stray in a direction you shouldn't. Again, you have no business being in. I don't know why I keep hearing that repetitive, that complete, you know, that saying specifically. So for some of you, it could be like maybe regarding business as a warning that you need to be careful about not going down a certain road business-wise, or with a person, or... But yeah, I'm getting everything will be okay, and like you'll get your strength, or you have the strength. Okay, one more card. Okay, well, we had two come out. We have 7 of coins, again, more purple. And we have blue, which is the throat chakra, 5 of swords. So yeah, I think a lot of you are maybe trying to get your ducks in a row, trying to plan these seeds, plan for the future. But it's might have cost you a lot along the way, like with this 5 of swords, with the strife. There might be some more of that on your way. But it's nothing to fear. It's like for some of you just cutting out what doesn't serve you anymore. And I'm getting about asking yourself what you really want. Okay, and then also too, I feel like since the crown chakra was coming out a lot, some of you might need to do some clearing in that regard. Like maybe you're having a hard time getting in touch with your higher self. And I'm hearing love and above. So even like your heart chakra up till your crown. So your heart, your throat, your third eye, your crown. Those upper chakras maybe really need a boost. You know, they really need, you might be... Yeah, I'm getting that you need to plan your next step. You need to ground, but also you need to connect to your higher self too, and to source and spirit. Okay, I hope that made sense. Pile 1. So you're welcome. If there was another pile you felt drawn to, feel free to check it out. And again, feel free to like, share, comment, subscribe to my channel if you liked this video, if it resonated, and thank you for watching. Okay, so if you chose pile 2 or the Herkimer diamond, so from messages from your angels, we have Bethany. When you take excellent care of yourself, everybody benefits. Give yourself a relaxing treat today, such as a massage, sea salt bath, or pedicure. We also have Vanessa. To make your decision, ask yourself which way brings you closer to your divine purpose, which way takes you from it. From the angel therapy cards, we have listened to your intuitive feelings. Your body is receiving accurate messages from the divine. And we have the sacral chakra. You are highly sensitive to chemicals, additives, processed foods, and energies right now. Respect your sensitivities by avoiding harsh items, situations, and relationships. And from the universe has your back, we have the presence of love will always cast out fear. One second. Just going to make sure these are all. From the Heal Yourself reading cards of what you need to heal, we have faith, and we have dreams. And I'm hearing some of you are saying no to yourself. From the Oracle of the Unicorns, we have freedom, live wild and free, choose your freedom, claim your independence. From the magical spell cards of what you need to focus on right now, we have beauty. I have a form which is divine. I allow what is within to shine. And from the Blessed Be Oracle deck, to see what blessing will come after this time for you, it says a blessing to bring prosperity. Okay, so what's coming up for you, pile 2, is 1, self-love and self-care. 1 with Bethany right here, talking about taking care of yourself and your needs, and as well as the beauty card. You know, that self-love, that self-care, nurturing yourself. I feel for some of you, if not most of you, you tend to maybe overly take care of others or their needs, or you could be a people pleaser, and this has led you to feeling out of balance within yourself. And for some of you, you might feel, I got regretful, but I was getting resentful maybe of others even. Some of you don't, that's not for everybody, but some of you might have not placed blame on anyone. Some of you just have, you know, are in that space of like, oh, I'm drained, and you're not really sure what to do, but it's like you need to kind of go inward. And with listening to your feelings and the sacral chakra, because our sacral chakra deals with our feelings, our emotions, creativity, sexuality. So maybe in the past you haven't really honored your needs. You haven't honored your feelings. You were too busy honoring everyone else's. And this is a time where you need to realize that you need to love yourself first and foremost. And then once you're filled with that love and your cup's overflowing, you're able to give that outward. But it's like you can't give from an empty cup, if that makes sense. You know, if you're, you know, you're like, oh, I, you know, love hard, or, you know, I'm, you know, but it's like you also have to love your like self hard too, right? I think for some of you, it's like with the asking yourself what decision makes you closer to what you're wanting, your divine purpose, what takes you away from it. I think some of you maybe have got lost in the shuffle where, again, you neglected yourself and your needs. And there's been a delay then with you doing what you want to do. And it's not, again, it's not because of other people. It's like you've allowed this, you've enabled this in a sense, whether you realize it or not. And I'm getting that, you know, like this pile, everyone's good natured and is well-meaning, but you have to kind of realize that this isn't coming necessarily just from being a giver, being a lover. It's, you know, a part of yourself that is lacking that self-worth or that self-love. You need to have faith in yourself. And then once you do, you're going to be able to have faith in your dreams and what you're here to create, what you want to create, what you want to do. And I feel like once you kind of let go of worrying about what someone else is going to think or feel because you stand in your power, you're going to feel very free, because you're not going to be weighed down anymore by like always having to say yes or having to cater to others. And this is going to bring you prosperity ultimately. So let's pull from the Chakra Wisdom Tarot. So let's see more guidance for pile number 2. Okay, well that was a lot. I'm going to keep shuffling. Let's see one card for pile 2. Face upright, please. Okay, right now a lot of cards are running come out, so I'm going to wait till we get one card upright for pile 2, please. Okay, there's 2, but I'm going to take it because I feel it's right. So the Chakra Wisdom Tarot, so they're tarot cards, but they're also, the colors represent the chakras. So this is actually the indigo, which is the third eye chakra, which is our psychic sight. So we have the 6 of Cups here and the sun behind it. So yeah, I feel like with the 6 of Cups, I feel a lot of you are very sentimental. I feel like you might get attached easily to people. Especially like if there's people from your past that you have attachments to, and some of those could be weighing you down. You know, like like you might not always hear from these people, but then they show up out of the blue, and then you take them in or take them back, and I feel it's because you have that sentimental, caring nature, and people could be, again, drawn to you because you have that light, because you are caring. But it's like, I think at some point there you have to pull some cords with some people. And it's not to say that you can't, it doesn't change or erase anyone's history. It's just we don't always align with people. Some people in our lives, we only have them, like that saying, for a season, a reason, a season, or a lifetime. Not everyone's meant to be in our lives forever. And sometimes, like we might not align with someone in our life anymore, and it's not because they did something wrong or you did something wrong. It's just that's kind of the end of the road. So, and some of these people it's interesting because I heard cast out. So again, like someone's draining your energy, because also I'm being drawn to like, look how darker this card looks. And then it's kind of like you're blocking your own sunshine from coming in, like, and it's, again, whether you mean to or not, it's just the fact of, like you could be very sensitive, or it could be about your people pleasing. Okay, so let's see another card for guidance for pile 2. One card upright, please. Okay, very interesting, because we have 3 of Cups, and the yellow is the solar plexus chakra. So what I said about standing in your power, your solar plexus chakra deals with your personal power, your will, your confidence. And the 3 of Cups, this is like, the social, like, could be like the card of, each card has many meanings, but this is very a social card, and it's about friendship. So like what I said about people from the past, even, whether social circles, friends, acquaintances, past lovers, like I feel you need to take your power back. And it's not because and I think, and with this card, the presence of love will cast out any fear. It's like you might have this mindset of, by keeping them in their life, you're loving them, but you're actually just afraid to let go. So if you actually really had that, were in your power, and also were loving, compassionate, and like had that love, you would know that you don't have nothing to fear. And I'm not saying you don't have love. I'm just saying that you can't see it as, oh, I'm being loving by holding on to this person, or by allowing this person to come back, or talking to them, or hanging out with them when I don't wish to, or whatever scenario you want to go by. But I feel like, again, I'm getting the people pleaser energy. And I'm hearing about standing up for yourself. So if that's been an issue for you, again, realize, so like fear and love are opposite vibrations, okay? So if you're in the vibration of fear, you can't really be in the vibration of love. So again, you have to kind of really think about, am I giving from a place of love? Am I feeling from a place of love? Or this is ultimately out of fear? One last card to wrap things up. Okay, well that didn't fall face upright. One card face upright for pile 2. Princess of Wands, and I just heard about nurturing yourself. So whether you're a female or male, or, if you don't go by a gender, whichever, the Princess of Wands, this is you regarding nurturing yourself. So it doesn't matter that it's a female depicted on the card and it's a princess. Don't pay attention to that. It's just about, this is about you nurturing you. And I love it because with the heart chakra, the green, some of you even might want to spend time out in nature, outdoors, around animals, feeling like the nurturing, loving, grounding energy of Mother Earth. And I know right now it might be hard depending on where you are in the world. But if there's a way you could connect to Mother Earth, or, even with like, plants in flowers in your house, or crystals, or essential oils, there's other ways that you could connect to that. And especially where it talked about here, the sea salt bath. like even like putting like herbs or essential oils in there. Okay, I also heard about like putting an essential oil on your forehead. And remember, we got the third eye chakra with the indigo. So some of you need to open that up because maybe you're having a lack of clarity, or you're not connected to your, intuition. So you might need to connect with like, get an essential oil for you could put on your third eye, or even like a crystal that you could place on your third eye, such as the purple fluorite. That was for a different pile, but I mean, if you were drawn to that, you might want to watch that pile. Okay, so overall, the message is to nurture yourself, self-love, self-care, and to stand in your power. Okay, if you liked that, if it resonated, feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe to my channel. And we're going to move on to pile number 3. Okay, so if you chose pile 3 or the Chrysocolla, this is your reading. So messages from your angels. We have Archangel Michael. I am with you, giving you the courage to make life changes that will help you work on your divine life purpose. We have Celeste. A happy move to a new home or place of employment is in the works. This movement will usher in positive new energy. From the Angel Therapy, we have Earth Angel. You are a light worker who has come to Earth to teach about love. And Ascended Masters, powerful, loving, and wise spiritual teachers are watching over you and guiding you. And then from the Universe Has Your Back, we have the universe works fast when I'm having fun. And there is a stream of love supporting my dreams. Okay. From the Heal Yourself reading cards, we have What Do You Need to Heal? We have Letting Go and Victim Consciousness. From the Oracle of the Unicorns, about some guidance for you, we have Support, Ask for Help, Get More Rest, Nurture Yourself. And Past Lives, release your past life karma. You're an old soul with deep wisdom. Healing your past lives will raise your vibration. From the Magical Spell cards of what you need to focus on right now, we have Dream, Sweet, Sleep, Deep. Sleep that's deep and lasts till morn. Wondrous dreams for days reborn. And from the Blessed Bee Oracle decks to see what is your blessing after this time. So a bunch kind of fell out, but I feel it was important to take them all. So the first one was really about a blessing of protection. Oh, here, I realize the cards are a little... Sorry, I had them at an angle. Okay, so hopefully you could see those better. So we have a blessing of protection. So that's the main card. Underneath, some of the, what it was a message of what will be protected. So we have a blessing of good work. We have a blessing of your family. We have a blessing on the children and a blessing on your intuition. So straight away, some of you are worried about your financial future, your family, your children, or, if you are wanting children in the future. It's all pretty much you're just kind of worried about how everything's going to work out or pan out. But ultimately, it is showing that you are protected and things will work out. And if you connect to your intuition, you will know that you have this protection. And this protection is especially from spirit because you have Archangel Michael, who's the protector, and you have Ascended Masters. So if you're not familiar with the Ascended Masters or Archangel Michael, you might want to look into them. For example, an Ascended Master, I guess the most famous one would be Jesus, but it's not Ascended Masters, there's many. So, and you just have to connect to who are your Ascended Masters. But it is showing you're an Earth Angel, you're a light worker here for a reason. And, you know, if you are wanting children in the future, it's all pretty much you're it's interesting because you had past lives and needing to release these, and then you had letting go here. So if you're like, oh, well, I don't know what I need to let go of, it might be things you're not really conscious of because it came from a past life. And even with this victim consciousness, this could be something that was brought over from your past lives, or it could even be within your family line, because we take on our family's wounds and our family's DNA, because our DNA, anytime we go through trauma, our DNA changes. So that will pass on through the family. So until someone does that healing within the family, it will be passed on. But you specifically, like, you didn't get the ancestral cards, but that's something that was coming through. So some of you have that as well, especially as a light worker. We're here to transmute all kinds of shit. So it makes sense, but definitely past lives. So if you're like, I don't know how to get in touch with my past lives, that might be something for you to delve into. Right now we're just gonna, go into the reading, but if you're like, oh, that makes sense, to me, then that's something that resonates for you. That's something you'll want to look into. Again, with the support and then the supporting of the dreams, spirit is behind you as a light worker. So if you're feeling like you need protection, I always call on Archangel Michael. I do have other spirit that I call on, but he's my go-to that I always contact for like shielding and protection. And so if you're feeling lost or confused or, scared, or you're feeling like you need protection, whichever way, I do recommend calling upon him. Also, if you're trying to make changes, like it says here about a new home, a place of work, so yeah, if there was an ending, because of course, like whenever there's a new beginning, there was an ending before. So it's like with the death card, for instance, in tarot, that's just about change. That's about an ending, and then there's a new beginning. So if there was an end for you, but there's not a new beginning yet, it's showing that it's coming. It's just maybe not available yet. We don't always see how things are working in our favor or what the universe is doing for us behind the scenes. So also about letting go of that mindset of just like the 3D mentality of like, and also about like that logical perspective. With this universe works fast when I'm having fun is like getting out of your head and just enjoying life. And with this dreams, sweet sleep dreams. So some of you might be really anxious or worried, and that might be keeping you up at night. Or it might not be about your actual sleep. It could be about your dreams of what you actually want to do and create here. To create your own heaven on earth as a light worker, as an earth angel, as a being of light. So it could either be one or the other, or it could actually be both. So we're going to I'm going to shuffle for the Chakra Wisdom Tarot to kind of get more guidance for you, pile 3. Okay, High Priestess. So yeah, you need to go within and connect to your intuition, because I think if you connected to that part of yourself, one, you would get to the bottom of some of these things that are coming up that are needing clearing and needing healing. And then also you would have more faith and trusting in God, Goddess, Spirit, Source, whichever name you want to give for a higher power. And with the Chakra Wisdom Tarot, the colors also represent the chakra. So this card, with it being yellow, is the solar plexus chakra. So that's like your personal power, your will, your confidence, your joy. So what I said about having fun, enjoying life, because maybe, most of you in pile 3 are probably stressed right now and you're not knowing which way to go. And it's okay. We don't always need to know which way to go. So this is a time where you need to surrender. And you need to allow we all have a feminine and masculine side to ourselves. So you need to allow your feminine side to be open to receiving, because the feminine is the receptive energy. So some of you might be more in your masculine energy, again, where you're thinking too much and you're not open to feeling, open to receiving. And if you got in touch with that part of yourself, you would know there's nothing to be fearful of. one card upright. Oh my God. And then you got the World. And this is the only card that has all the colors. But, I mean, this is one of the most positive cards in the deck. And you got the World. One more card. Okay, I'm hearing no, not to give you another card because they're wanting me to leave it here at the World. So ultimately, what you need to do right now is tap more into your divine feminine side. Be open to receiving this guidance, this intuition, calling upon help. Sorry. Sometimes when I do these videos, I like can't speak. I think because it's like there's so much I want to say that comes through that I start tripping over my words. So if you are wanting to connect to a, source, spirit, higher power, God, goddess, whoever you call upon, and ask for help, ask, for whatever it is you're needing, call upon Archangel Michael for protection, trying to connect to your ascended masters, connecting to your own intuition, knowing what you're needing to let go of and clear of, making sure you're not caught up in a victim mentality, making sure you're not caught up in your head too much, allowing yourself to have fun and let go too, not being so serious, and knowing that you are divinely protected. So that is your reading, pile 3. So if you liked it, if it resonated, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, share, and if there was another pile you were drawn to, feel free to check that out as well. And thank you for watching. Okay, so for pile number 4, or if you chose, whether you chose pile 4 or the Pyrite. Okay. So from messages from your angels, you have Archangel Raphael. I am helping you heal physical challenges in yourself and others. You are a healer like me. And I do want to point out that if you do have anything that needs to be healed within yourself, whether that's physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, you could call upon Archangel Raphael and, ask for his emerald green healing light to come in and all around your body and wherever the healing energy is needed. From the angel therapy, we have what you need to heal. So we have parents. The divine truth is that your parents eternally love you to the best of their ability. The angels are helping you heal from any pain associated with your mother or father. And if you don't have any issues with your parents or wounds regarding them, or you feel like you've resolved them, it could also be like your parents' parents, like your grandparents, because we do take on, until someone heals something within the family line, it will keep resurfacing. So it could be an ancestral thing, something in the family even that you might not even be aware of that needs healing. So this, so far there might be a lot of ancestral healing, ancestral DNA that's possibly coming through. We also have integrity, align your actions so they match your values and inner knowingness of what's right for you. So with these issues of integrity, it's possible that this could be something that was carried over from someone within your family line. Because if you're like, oh no, I have integrity, that's not me, it's not necessarily regarding you because it came out with the parents card. And like I said, if it's not your parents, it could be your parents' parents or even further out into the family tree. It might, I'm getting it might even be someone you never even met within your family line. From the universe has your back, we have in any moment I can surrender to the powerful presence of love through prayer, contemplation, and stillness. Yeah, and I was hearing be silent and be still. So some of you maybe need to meditate. Also to get clarity. Yeah, I'm also getting some of you are going to want to ask your angels, your spirit guides for help on this if you're unclear about what this is regarding. For some of you, if you're watching this and this is the first time you've ever heard about ancestral healing and that we, take on our wounds from our family, that's something you might want to look into deeper. Okay, one second. I'm being called to, I have this ancestral healing mist, so I'm going to spray it right now. Okay. From the Heal Yourself reading cards, so we have Inner Child. We have Unleash Your Creativity. And we have Courage. From the Oracle of the Unicorns for guidance, we have 3 that want to come out. We have Healer. You have powerful healing gifts. Have faith in your abilities. Stay true to your path as a healer. We also have Balance. Take time to relax. Indulge a little more or less. Set boundaries with your work. And we also have Goddess. Honor your divine feminine energy. See your inner beauty. Love every part of you. Okay. So they came out like this. So I'm going to put that down. Okay. From the magical spell cards for what you need to focus on right now, we have Health. Mother Earth sweet. Mother Earth bright. Bring me to your health and might. And we also have Inspiration. Isis, goddess of magic, I ask thee to bring your inspiration to me. Okay, and then also I'm being drawn to how that's Isis and Osiris, who are divine counterparts. And that's interesting because we have the Goddess Divine Feminine card here. So some of you watching could be a Divine Feminine, or if you're watching, you might have questions regarding your Divine Feminine. I mean, we all have a divine feminine, or we all have a feminine and masculine side to ourselves. We're supposed to actually be in balance. Even if you resonate more as a feminine or masculine soul, we still have, should have a balance within. And then also the card, Blessed Be, with your blessing that will be coming in after this time period. We have a blessing of the air. So jumping into it, so the air, this is about communication, intellect, ideas, inspiration, which we have right here. So I am being drawn to, look how much she's got going on in her hair. So you might have you might be someone who's very much a thinker, has a lot of ideas, but you could maybe feel like you have too much going on up here. So some of you might need to sort it out. But this is a good time, okay, so if you're feeling like you don't have the answers now, after this time, this is when you'll have more of the answers or the communication you're wanting. So you don't need to sort it all out right now. I'm getting some of you really have to be okay with sitting with the present energies. And I know that might be uncomfortable to some or to a lot, but I feel like it's since this blessing is coming in after, it might be something where you're feeling you're stuck in your head, confused, cloudy, and that's okay. It's not always a time for action. Okay. So also I want to bring up how we have, let's see. Oh, so we have the healing card and Archangel Raphael. So obviously for a lot of you watching, you're healers. You know, if you're just hearing this for the first time, yeah, you're a healer. Or, if this doesn't resonate, it could be you just maybe are needing to focus on your healing regarding this health. So if you've had any physical limitations, health issues, and it doesn't have to be physical, it could be emotional, it could be mental, even spiritual. Like I said about the ancestral issues, the last pile got a past lives card. So there's definitely things that we carry on and we might not realize because it's not from ourselves in this life, or, I hope that makes sense. But with this inspiration, and we have Unleash Your Creativity as well. So some of you have some work to do, some divine creative work. This could be part of you being a healer. Also with the Inner Child card, and you got parents, so some of you are needing to do your inner child work. You have these wounds from your parents or one parent in particular. I'm getting maybe for most, this isn't for everyone. For some of you, I'm getting your mom or your mother's side. For some of you, it will be reversed, but that was coming through more so. But I am hearing an opportunity for growth. And yeah, with this courage, oh, it's interesting because I was hearing about something I could walk on water or walking on water. So I feel like if you're not feeling this confident right now, I feel like you're going to get into that state. Not that you could actually, you know, I'm not saying that, you know, you'll actually be walking on water, but, you know, obviously like that expression was coming to mind. With this balance too, like I said, for some of you, it's like a matter of balancing your masculine and feminine sides. So you might be either more on one extreme or the other. I feel for some of you, it's going to be more in your feminine energy. So this might be a really creative time for you where you're, you know, you're receiving all these downloads or channeling, or, you know, you're able to create. But then once after this time happens, you need to start putting it out there with this communication. And so you're unleashing your creativity, but then you need to have the courage to actually put it out there. So that's going to require you to switch from being in that receptive feminine inspiration creative state, and then having to then get more in touch with your masculine side. For some of you, again, if this is like, for some of you, it's about reaching out to your feminine, or if you're the divine feminine, being reached out to. But you have like your own work to do, and then you still have your healing to do. And that's not, you know, we all have that as light workers. Okay, I'm going to do the Chakra Wisdom Tarot. So these serve as both tarot as well as the colors of the chakras. One card upright for pile 4. Okay, well that didn't want to come out, so. One card upright for pile 4. Okay, they're not wanting to talk right now. Okay, here we go. So we have the Lovers. So this is purple. So this is the crown chakra. And then the Lovers. Okay, I'm getting 2 messages. One, this is about, again, balancing. But I did get this was about like divine feminine, divine masculine, and coming together. But you always need to come into union with yourself first and balance your feminine and masculine. And with the purple, it's just about that spiritual connection. And also you making the choice to do that spiritual work. Okay, because even though I didn't shuffle for it while I was putting the cards back, this came out, and I feel this rings true. It's the Two of Swords. So this is the mental confliction card. So you needing to make a choice. With the orange, this is the sacral chakra. So our emotions, our feelings, our sexuality, our creativity. And it's interesting, again, because creativity, inspiration, and the sacral chakra. So, and then as well as regarding your feelings, if this is regarding a divine partnership as well. I think for a lot of you, this is about both. For some of you, it could be one or the other. Let's see one more card for this. Upright, please. Okay, Six of Cups. So yeah, so with your mission work, you already kind of knew what you needed to do. So it's like a past dream, a past memory that you're needing to get in touch with. For some of you, it's about like, I don't know, I'm getting reprogramming it. With the Six of Cups too, it could also be about your divine feminine or divine masculine who you met in the past, but you're needing or wanting to reconnect with. And then this with the indigo is the third eye chakra, which is our psychic sight. Okay, so 3 of Swords and the 5 of Wands. So yeah, I feel like for a lot of you, you're needing to push past the past. Whatever heartbreak, whatever battles you had gone through, it all was for the better, or made you for the better. And you're needing to take what you learned and recognize how far you've come. And you need to move forward once you make this choice. Okay, so 1 card for Divine Purpose, please. Okay, well, Divine Purpose, we had 6 of Swords, King of Coins, and Knight of Coins. So yeah, like you're gonna move into a profitable time where you have the opportunity to grow with your divine work. You're definitely moving out of I'm getting chaotic waters with the 6 of Swords here. And with this divine partnership, justice, yeah, there needs to be balance that happens. So first you need to balance yourself, and then the partnership could also balance, because you both have to be balanced. So if you balance yourself, the other, typically it's the divine feminine is the leader in a sense, and then the divine masculine follows. But yeah, there's definitely a need for balance. And it's interesting too, because again, we have a lot of purple, we have a lot of indigo, and then now we have a lot of blue. So the throat, the third eye, and the crown chakras. But then we do have some of the lower chakras too, with the solar plexus and sacral. So those are possible chakras that have blockages or imbalances. 1 last card for pile 4. Oh my god, that was a lot. Okay. Okay, I just wanted 1 card, please. Okay, King of Cups. So I'm getting about connecting, yeah, to your heart's desires, allowing yourself to ask for what it is you're really wanting. I feel like some of you need to call on Archangel Raphael for some heart healing to open up, because from whatever had happened in the past, whether this is your divine work, your divine counterpart, or both, there's definitely some blockages within your heart, and you're not able to connect to your heart's desires anymore, or at this time. Oh, now it's interesting, because now I'm hearing Free Falling by Tom Petty. So you might want to listen to that song. Okay, well, I'm going to leave it there. I feel like there's a lot I could say for this pile. I feel like a lot's going on. But I think ultimately, like for now, just take what, I said, think about it. If it resonated, if it, good, if it didn't, then choose another pile. But again, I feel like a lot of it's you being able to do your healing, especially regarding parents, inner child, balancing your feminine, masculine sides, letting go of whatever happened in the past, so you could connect to your heart's desires for your divine path and purpose and your divine counterpart. Okay, so now we're going to move on to pile 5 with the purple fluorite. So whether you chose the purple fluorite or pile 5. Messages from your angels. We have Indriel. You are a light worker. God needs you to shine your divine light and love like an angel upon the earth and all its inhabitants. We have Fiona. Now that you've asked the angels for help, be open to receiving divine guidance and assistance. You deserve heaven's help. The angel therapy, we have the base chakra, which is the root. Choose only positive thoughts to describe your home, career, and finances, as your words determine your outcome. Okay, for some of you, not for all, I heard heavy energy. So some of you might be flooded with fear, or maybe people around you are flooded with fear. So definitely like letting that go, because fear blocks the root chakra, and then you're not able to tap into abundance. And then, yeah, the second card, we have release. Work with Archangel Michael to let go of what no longer serves you or your purpose. So definitely releasing any and all fear, anything that doesn't serve your highest path and purpose. And we have manifestation power. Use your spiritual gifts and natural abilities to attract your outcome, to your desired outcome, sorry. So yeah, definitely if you are fearful or living a place of fear, you're not going to be able to manifest what you're wanting. You're just going to manifest more fear. You're going to be in that vibration. So, and I know if you're watching when I post this video, I know it's a hard time to not, even if you're not connecting to fear, like there's so much fear around us, but you need to release that. You need to clear that. Okay, the universe has your back. We have, I honor how I want to feel. Okay, and then for some, I just heard goodbye. So for some of you, maybe you're needing to say goodbye to something or someone. We also have, I always trust the direction of the universe and know I'm being guided. The Heal Yourself reading cards, we have Discover Your Life Purpose. And Phoenix Rising, which is one of my favorite cards in that deck, by the way. And we have Oracle of the Unicorns. We have Intention. Be clear and decisive. Focus on what you really want. Be bold with your request to the universe. The magical spell cards of what you should focus on. We have Organization, Purpose, Planning, Efficiency. Now come to me so easily was the main one. Underneath, we have Divine Guidance, Whispers from the beings who shine. Let their message be clear and kind. And Healing, Candle Flame, burn this hour, bring me to your healing power. Okay. Let's see. Okay. And from the Blessed Bee deck, to see what blessing you have coming after this time period, we have a blessing on a home. So if it's not an actual home you live in or you're moving, it doesn't have to be, like the saying, home is where the heart is. So it could be something, it doesn't have to just mean like a physical home or where you live. Some of this could be about family. This could be about love. So since this is a collective reading, this is going to be different for everybody. So whatever you consider to be home or that feeling of home, I'm getting, for some of you, just getting home. Oh, for some of you, it's about finding like home within yourself. For some of you, this could even about finding your soul tribe, your soul family. Because yeah, you got the Lightworker card. However, I think for some of you, you might be like newbies, or you might just be realizing you're a light worker, or maybe it's something you knew of, but maybe you didn't really dive into. Again, take what resonates. If that doesn't resonate for you, then just leave it, because not everyone, I am getting a lot of light worker messages within this pick a card reading, and I know not everyone is going to resonate with being a light worker. Let's see. Okay, again, I'm getting some heavy energy. So some of you are really needing to clear, because it's interesting, you have manifestation power and you have intention. But if you are living from a place of fear, or you're taking on a lot of fear or fear-based vibrations, you're not going to be able to attract what you really want. You need to ask for help. So if like your spirit guides, your angels, whoever you call upon, pray to. You might need, also that could also not just mean spirit, but you might, again, if you're like more new to all this, you might need to have like a mentor or someone that helps direct you. Just make sure that there's someone that doesn't lead you astray. And you have to trust how you feel. And you can always ask Spirit to guide you to the right people, places, and things in the right timing. And yeah, with this organization, I feel like some of you are very much maybe before more logical or practical minded. So this is maybe new to you, or again, maybe you're just waking up to it. For some of you I'm hearing like the last year or so. Or some of you could have maybe a long time ago were into spirituality, and then like you kind of maybe stopped that process in a sense, and then you're now coming back to it. I'm hearing some of you could have lost your faith. Again, just take what resonates. It's a collective reading, so different messages will come in. But there is this healing that needs to be done in the divine guidance. Again, it's like it's telling you, trust that the direction you're being guided to, divine guidance, ask for help. You're a light worker. Source, spirit is here to guide you and protect you, but you have to ask for help because we ultimately have free will. So if you don't ask, spirit's not going to intervene. But again, you also have to raise your vibration. You have to clear that fear. With this Phoenix Rising though, like again, I said this is one of my favorite cards in the Heal Yourself Reading Cards deck. So if you feel like, okay, so even if some of you are new to all this, some of you are going to take off. And some of you might not know your life purpose right now, but you're getting in touch with it. You're getting rooted. And this could be part of this home, as well as needing to clear out your root chakra with getting rooted. Okay, we're gonna pull cards from the Chakra Wisdom Tarot. So these serve as tarot cards as well as the colors of the chakras. So one card upright for pile 5. So we have Temperance. So the red represents the root chakra, which is no surprise with the root chakra, base chakra right here. So the Temperance card is about balance. As well as it is about healing. So really needing to heal that root chakra. I'm hearing about balancing out your life too. I'm going to put this back because that wasn't in the last reading, so I just want to make sure. If it's meant to come back out, it will. Okay, so tell me more about this Temperance for pile 5. Okay, no surprise, another red card for the root. We have the 8 of Swords. This is like the mental imprisonment card. So some of you might not see a way out, or you don't know how to get out, but you have the 10 of Cups here, which is the emotional fulfillment card. And with the yellow, this is the solar plexus chakra. So standing in your power. I'm also getting asking for what you're wanting. And if some of you don't know what you're wanting, you're going to discover it. Okay, Knight of Swords. Yeah, I feel it's this truth, this clarity that's coming in for you. Because sometimes the Knight doesn't represent a person, but movement. So if you look like how he's ready for action, so for you getting this clarity. So how you get this clarity is by clearing your energy and clearing what is not yours. And clearing the fear and what doesn't serve you in your highest path and purpose. So again, with the release, calling upon Archangel Michael to help you clear. Queen of Wands. So this is the indigo is the third eye chakra, so your intuition. And you chose the purple fluorite, so you could actually put this crystal on your third eye to connect. I mean, the first chakra for the purple fluorite is the crown because of purple and the crown go together, but it also could help with your third eye. Okay, I'm hearing knowledge is power. So yeah, I feel like, again, I'm hearing about the year timeline. So I feel for some of you are really going to come far within the next year of knowing yourself, knowing what you want, this phoenix out of the ashes. One last card. Okay, I feel that was meant to come out. The 9 of Wands. So the 9 is always coming right before the 10, right? And the 10 is the end of a cycle. So the 9 of Wands, you might feel like, it's interesting because in this particular card, she doesn't have all the wands on her back. She doesn't look as burdened as most 9 of Wands depictions. So for you, like you do have those burdens there, but maybe you don't feel as weighed down. Or, okay, I'm getting that you don't maybe realize that it's weighing you down. Okay, that's what I'm getting. So you might not realize how much what you need to clear, how fear is allowing to take hold of you or burdening you. So you don't realize this, but this is something you need to be aware of. And I think you will. For some of you, you're going to get this clarity by something that's going to happen. For some of you, it's something significant that's going to happen to you. Again, it's not for everybody. Okay, I was hearing some of you are going to get a job offer. It's not for everybody, but I did hear that for somebody. Two of Coins, Queen of Swords. And I was even getting it's possible it could be something farther away. And that makes sense with that home card, that some of you could be finding a new home because you have found a new job. Six of Cups. Some of you might be coming together with someone from your past. Yeah, so for some of you, this could be about, not for everybody. I don't want to say that for everybody, but some of you are coming together with a divine counterpart, with this World card, with the Hierophant, possible marriage vibes there. Okay, so this pile, actually, like pile 4, has a lot going on. Okay, I'm being guided to tell you to stay in your power, stay in your truth. So clear that energy, clear your energy, and allow yourself to witness things to unfold, is what I'm getting. And I'm hearing about something like taking by storm. So there might even be some like surprises that like you weren't even considering, you weren't even aware of, that are going to come into play. But yeah, for that fast moving energy to come in, you have to let go of that heavy energy. So I hope that makes sense. If you liked this reading, if it resonated, feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching. Okay, so last but not least, pile 6, or if you chose the Hematite. So pile 6 or Hematite. One second, I'm just going to take a sip of water real quick. Okay. So pile 6 or the Hematite. So from the messages from your angels, we have Carissa. You are at the end of a cycle in your life. Call upon your angels to comfort you and guide you to your next step. Happiness now awaits you. Isabella, yes, the timing is right for this new venture. A happy outcome follows your positive expectations. The angel therapy, we have Goddess. Express your divine feminine energy, embracing its magical intuition and nurturing qualities. So this came out by itself, but I asked more guidance. And then I got the solar plexus chakra. It is safe for you to be powerful and take charge of your life in positive ways. And then underneath, you got twin flame. The answer to your question involves a spiritually based romantic partnership. And I'm going to go over these once I lay them all out. Okay. From The Universe Has Your Back, you have my energy creates my reality. What I focus on is what I will manifest. From the Heal Yourself reading cards to see what you need to heal, we had Pride and Help from Above. Okay, I'm hearing for some of you, you need to stop being a worrywart. Oracle of the Unicorns, we have Compassion. Be gentle with yourself. Forgiveness will set you free. See the light in yourself and others. From the Magical Spell cards to see what you need to focus on, we have Study. Let my mind be clear and strong. Let me study well and long. Okay, I'll put this there. And from the Blessed Bee deck to see what is your blessing after all of this, we have a blessing for healing of injury or illness. And underneath, we have a blessing for those who are nearing their final breath. Okay. So I don't want anyone with that worry wart message, I don't want anyone to be fearful from this message. So for some of you, it's possible that some of you have lost someone. But for some of you, that blessing might be like you find that peace. And not to say that, you know, when you lose someone you love, it really takes a lot of time to heal. You know, it's like you're never going to stop. If you really love that person, you're never going to stop having that love for them. And it is painful. But at some point, it does become easier in a sense. And, you know, you do have that peace and that acceptance. And I always believe that the love that you have for somebody needs to be greater than the pain that you feel of loss. And that could be whether they have, you know, that's death or because of distance or whatever reason. And I know this from my own experience. You know, I've lost people that I've loved in life, you know, especially to death. I mean, my mom died 25 years ago. So I definitely understand, you know, this isn't easy when we lose someone we love. But I do want to let you know that for those of you who have lost someone, there's showing this peace. And for some of you, it might be because they might communicate with you spiritually and you get that sign. And maybe some of you have been waiting for this. For some of you, I was hearing about something waiting to cross over. So this might be only for one person watching, but some of you there might have been someone in a situation where you were waiting for them to cross over. Like they were still here physically, but it was actually better for them to cross over. And again, that's like such a difficult situation to be in. But when you see someone, like, you know that, you know, it's their time, but they're still physically here. So again, like it's not for everybody, but that is a possible scenario. Also there's a lot of storylines coming through with this one. For some of you, you are in a medical field and, you know, you're a healer and you're around people who are sick, people who are dying. And it's like, but there's a blessing through this because you are able to use your gifts. You're able to use your compassion. So you're able to give that love to these people who are trying to heal or who are passing on, and you're able to give them that love and that compassion while they're still here. For some, and you know, and again, for those who just need healing and then they are able to live out their life. So it's, again, don't assume that this is just about death. For some of you, this is about a death as in transformation, because when you look at the tarot cards, the death card is ultimately about change. Because when there's an ending, but there's always a beginning. That's the cycle of life, right? So for some of you, this is just about healing yourself and letting your old self die, like an ego death, like a dark night of the soul kind of thing. And this healing, it's not so much even, because healing doesn't have to mean physical. It can be mental, emotional, spiritual. There's so many ways of healing. So I think the majority of you, this is more so about healing and shedding your skin and releasing who you used to be that no longer serves you. So that's the main message. But again, there might be some of you who are working in the medical field who are healers, or it doesn't have to be medical field. You could just be a healer in general. And then again, for some of you, you could have maybe lost someone, but that was more, or, you know, you're waiting for someone to cross over. But again, that might just be one person out there. So don't get caught up on that or freak out if that's not your story. Again, with the Carissa thing, the end of a cycle. So I think for most of you, this is about shedding your skin and ending for yourself. And like I said, with the ego death, we have the pride card here, and then we have the solar plexus chakra. So if your solar plexus chakra is overactive, you might be too, like, in your ego, you might be too in your pride. So it's interesting because we have the goddess card, which you could see as the divine feminine, and we have the twin flame card right here. So for some of you watching, you could be the divine masculine counterpart, and you're needing to let go of your ego and your pride to be able to come in union with your divine feminine, or this could be about if you resonate as a divine, or even if you're divine masculine, it could just be about you allowing your divine feminine side to come in to have balance. And then for if you resonate as a divine feminine soul, this might be something where you could have too much masculine energy that you're needing to balance out to come more into your feminine energy. For some of you, it could be flip-flop, because the energies, yeah, it could always be the opposite. So even though we do have pride here, for some of you, if you're divine feminine, you might have like an underactive solar plexus chakra where you're needing to have more self-confidence and self-esteem. But I feel like, and like have compassion for yourself for that process. But again, I feel more so if this is more about like the ego, the pride, the ego death. And for everybody, yeah, having compassion for yourself while you're going through this. With this area of study, it's possible some of you could be in school right now. So again, for some of you who are in the medical field or some area of study that something you're trying to... Okay, I'm hearing about something you're trying to eliminate. So for some of you, this study, it's not about actual schooling. It could just be like you're trying to find solutions to old problems, something I'm even hearing. So you're trying to like tap in. Some of you, it's about tapping into what you really want. And I think for a lot of you, you know what it is you want, or if you don't, you're going to find out, because then we have the yes, the timing is right. And if you do feel like lost, with this help from above, Spirit is saying that you're allowed to, you know, like we all have free will. So Spirit's not going to intervene unless we ask for help or guidance. So you might be trying to study or find solutions to problems, but it's like you're using logic and reasoning, and that's not how this is going to get you through. Okay, this isn't for everybody. And again, don't kill the messenger if this is you. But I was hearing something about toxic energy. And, you know, obviously, like if you're coming from a place solely of ego or pride, you know, that is toxic in a sense. And I'm not saying you're a toxic person, but there might be some toxicity coming through. And we all have our shadow selves. We all have things we need to work on, we need to heal. So again, don't kill the messenger, and you'll just have to decide, you know, you'll know if it resonates for you or not. Because if you know it's not for you, you're just going to be like, okay, that's not for me, and let it go. If you get triggered by that, then most likely it's because it's hitting a chord. And yeah, my energy creates my reality. What I focus on is what I'll manifest. So yeah, if you were, like I said, worrying, or if you're in your pride, if you're in your ego, you know, if you're being, I heard bullheaded, you know, if you're just trying to use logic and reasoning, what do you think you're really going to manifest? Like, you need to start thinking of yourself as a spiritual being more than being human, if that makes sense. Because we're all spiritual beings living a human experience, but okay. I'm going to pull some Chakra Wisdom Tarot. So these are tarot cards, but also they have the colors for the chakras. So tell me more about this one. Okay. Okay, very interesting. These cards came out earlier tonight. So yeah, we have the High Priestess. So interesting, because the yellow is the solar plexus chakra, and then the High Priestess, I mean, to me, this could be a divine feminine. So whether it's you needing to get in touch with your divine feminine and you're not allowing her to come through, meaning your divine feminine side of yourself because of your ego and your pride and, you know, your logic and reasoning or whatever that is, or this could be about allowing your actual divine feminine counterpart coming in. And we do have the Six of Cups. So this could possibly be about, again, your divine counterpart. Thinking of what once was or what could be. Nine of Coins. So I think maybe for some of you, you have been able to manifest and create abundance when it comes to certain things in your life. Like, you might be someone that financially is prosperous or business-wise, but maybe that hasn't translated to your personal relationships or your love life. And not saying that you haven't had them, but for you, you might more have prospered in these other areas of life that are easier for you to navigate because you're more about that logic and reasoning. So it's easier for you to put action and let things grow when it comes to finances or work because that's more straightforward to you. So I hope that makes sense. Okay. Eight of Cups. So, oh, and then I want to point out this is for the sacral chakra with the orange, and this is for the root chakra with the red. So far out of the 4 cards, you have all 3 lower chakra colors and only 1 higher chakra. So I feel for most of you watching this, you're probably more in your lower chakras, meaning you're not really connected to maybe your higher consciousness or your intuition or your heart. It's more, you're more rooted in the 3D. Even if you're, you are a spiritual being, because if you're a twin flame, part of a twin flame counterpart, it's like you do have a mission here. You do have your twin flame counterpart. I'm sorry. I hope that made sense, what I just said. But you're maybe have chosen to ignore it. And again, it could be because of this pride. Okay, this moon, you have uncertainty about things. Oh, this is very interesting. This came out for another pile tonight. I'm trying to remember what it was. So you have the Hanged Woman, which is card 12, and then followed by the Death card, which is card 13. I think it was pile 1, but in pile 1, the Death card came out on top of the Hanged Woman, and here the Hanged Woman came out on top of the Death. So these do follow chronological order. So if you feel like you've been in a period of stasis, a period of pause, of holding, the Death is coming, meaning the change is coming. But you need to allow this change to happen. And the change is within yourself. So again, going back to, for most of you, this is about a death of your old self and shedding that skin. Again, the actual is someone passing on, very small portion. I want to repeat that because I don't want to worry anyone. Because I know sometimes people get freaked out, and I mean, I've been reading tarot for over 14 years now, and I more so when I first started, because things were very different, I think, back then, which is weird to say, but, I heard so many times people were afraid to get in the Death card because they didn't want to die, but the thing is, we all need to be aware of, we all will pass on at some time, so you shouldn't fear that, because that's something that is certain in all of our futures, but it's not necessarily, today or tomorrow or the next day. And we can't control that. So I just want to say, because I got the warrior energy, I don't want to frighten anyone. I don't want anyone to be fearful. Again, for most of you, this is about a death within the self of letting go what doesn't serve you, but it's for the best. It's, it's for damn it, why can't I speak right now? It's for your greater good. Yeah, and I heard something about wearing a mask, and then the 4 of Cups came out. So this is discontent, boredom. So, and this is the heart chakra. So you're discontent and bored within your personal relationships, romance, love, but it's up to you whether you want to break free of that. Because if you're wearing a mask, I'm getting that saying about you only will get what you you'll get what you've always gotten if you, like, you do what you've always done kind of thing. Okay, one more. Okay, well, that was a lot. Okay. It's very interesting because we have the Magician right here. And then on each side, we had a King of Swords and a King of Wands. So all this masculine energy. So whether you are Divine Masculine or if you are Divine Feminine, but you just have a lot of Divine Masculine energy, because again, we all have a masculine and feminine side within ourselves, this masculine energy, you need to get a hold on it, because there's a difference between like a distorted masculine versus a divine masculine, because there's like that toxic masculinity, right? You know, so you want to be in this divine masculine energy. And you did have the Four of Wands come out, and a lot of people say the Four of Wands with 1111 is about twin flames. So, and it's very interesting, you had the Four of Cups here where you're discontent and bored, but then you have the Four of Wands here, which, you know, so it's like if you're really wanting your counterpart, if you're wanting that spiritual love and relationship and connection, and also connection within yourself, you need to let go of what doesn't serve you. Oh, and it's interesting, I didn't really talk about the Eight of Cups, but the Eight of Cups is walking away. But if you look in this card, in most decks, you'll see the guy walking away from the cups, but she's just standing still. So it's really your choice to make. Are you going to walk away from any toxicity that you might be carrying? Are you going to walk away from your ego, your pride? Are you going to allow things to die that don't serve you? And are you going to give yourself a chance to be free is what I'm getting, ultimately. Oh, and then we have the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, like there could be a powerful shift that occurs in your life if you allow this death within yourself to take hold. And I'm hearing release and let go, release and let go. And I'm hearing take time to breathe out. So if you're in your head too much, take time and breathe out. Okay, I'm going to wrap up there because I feel like there was a lot going on there. Actually, 4, 5, and 6 had a lot going on, which isn't a surprise, but we're going to cut this reading. So if that resonated, if you liked it, feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe to my channel. And thank you for watching. I send you all love and light. Bye.